If you're detached to what you're doing, it's a beautiful feeling. And I say that because the more detached you are to what you're doing, you're more likely to not care about the end result. You're more likely to not constantly go checking for your desired outcome. Essentially, I've been living my life in a way where I feel like sometimes I want to control things and I want it to go my way. I know everybody feels like that, but I've realized that God has bigger plans sometimes, and you need to just sit back and relax in order for them to flow in for you. And whether that's in the form of having a breakup, losing a friend, or maybe having a really bad health issue and you skipped a very important social event that you wanted to go to. Your loss is only making space for new beginnings, for new things to enter. I do think in order for yourself to get some things in your life, you do need to make room for the new things to enter and let old things out. It's okay to have days where you're doing nothing and where you feel lost and where you feel like you don't have a sense of direction. Because sometimes when I have those days, I feel like I'm doing nothing and I feel like I'm getting nowhere. But every single drop that I'm filling into my future is one day going to make a complete empire and an outcome that I'm going to be so happy with. But people will only see it as, oh, she did it all in one day. But actually, no one really sees the behind the scenes. The work, the waking up early in the morning, crazy grind that it requires, the non-stop fueling your body and your mind and your brain with only good things, things that make you grow. Because it's really easy to consume. It's really easy to constantly scroll, endlessly waste your time. You think within 1 minute, actually an hour's passed by. In those moments is when you realize how much a minute or an hour can cost you. But instead you could have done with an hour that instead consumed instead of create. And I think creating is so important because the more you create, honestly, it's obviously a self-expression and it's growth in a way because you see what you like, you see what you don't like, you see what works for you and you see what doesn't. Your creative juices are flowing, spreading their wings and doing their thing. It's really important to let things go and let things be, and sometimes time is of the essence. Time is going to answer all your prayers and all your answers, but you just need to sit with the time instead of filling it up so full. And personally, this is something I do. I fill my time up and I fill my schedule up like a crazy woman. I feel like I can be at multiple places at multiple times. I'm overbooking myself like no other. I have back-to-back plans and I'm doing this and I'm doing that. And I have days where I'm doing absolutely nothing. And I've been learning to find a balance between those because that to me is really important. To have a way to spend time with myself and feel rested while I'm still hustling and feeling like I'm doing the most for my growth and for my career. I knew that I wasn't going to ever have a traditional path of what I decided to do. However, I do see myself. Whatever I'm doing, I love what I'm doing every single day. I wake up and I'm excited to start my day off in the most productive way possible. On some days, it feels like I'm not doing any of that. On some days, it feels like I'm doing all of that at once and it's too much. Once again, I'm finding a balance to try to make that work for me and maximize my potential. I'm sending all the pink love and light.